determined.
I think you probably know where I'm going with this. The next sentence is, and I stood with President Obama as he spoke of an act of terror. And, of course, there's been a lot of debate as to the context that the word terror was used in. But be that as it may, I want to move to the next Sunday morning when Ambassador Rice went to the Sunday morning talk shows. And I think we all realize this happened at a politically charged time here in the country as we approached an election. Notwithstanding that, the American people are still entitled to be told the truth about these. Did you select Ambassador Rice to deliver the message to the American people?
No, I did not, Senator, and let me take this opportunity to address this, because obviously, even though I haven't had a chance to testify, I certainly have seen the resulting debate and concerns about this. You're right. It was a terrorist attack. I called it an attack by heavily armed militants.
Well done.
And, you know, that is clearly what happened. We know that. But second, the harder question is what caused it, and that we didn't know. We didn't know who the attackers were, what their motives were. Third, as the ARB makes clear after their months of research, the picture remains still somewhat complicated. And I say that because in the unclassified ARB, it is, I quote, key questions surrounding the identity, actions, and motivations of the perpetrators remain to be determined. I recommend that all members and staff read the classified version of the ARB, which goes into greater detail. I obviously can't speak to it, but it does go into greater detail because there were a variety of potential causes and triggers for this attack. There's evidence that the attacks were deliberate, opportunistic, and pre-coordinated, but not necessarily indicative of extensive planning. And fourth, Senator, I would say that I personally was not focused on talking points. I was focused on keeping our people safe because, as I said, I have a very serious threat environment in Yemen. It turned out we had people getting over that wall in Cairo doing damage until we got them out. We had a serious threat against our embassy in Tunis. I had to call the president of Tunisia and beg him to send reinforcements, which he did, to finally save our embassy, which could have been a disastrous. They burned and trashed our school. So I was pretty occupied about keeping our people safe, doing what needed to be done in the follow-up to Benghazi. I really don't think anybody in the administration was really focused on that so much as trying to figure out, you know, what we should be doing. And, you know, I wasn't involved in the talking points process. As I understand it, as I've been told, it was a typical interagency process where staff, including from the State Department, all participated to try to come up with whatever was going to be made publicly available. And it was an intelligence product, and it's my understanding that the intelligence community is working with appropriate committees to kind of explain the whole process.
Well, thank you. I had some follow-up